Okay. Yeah, I'm sharing.
Sure. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Try to insert values here. When from this I've done multiple. I've run
Insertion.
this multiple times, so the rows are adding. I mean, duplicacy is there. See, if I inserted values like 7 values, no. If I run
Correct.
this
Run it
again,
again, then another 7 values will get inserted. That's what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah, that is because if you go to, can you open your department table? Type, I want to see how you have defined your department table. So you need to use the describe command, DESC world dot department. That will give you the table structure, not select star. Select star will not help actually in this case. So DESC describe. DESC means describe. DESC describe. No, there is no table. World dot describe world dot department. So it will give me the metadata of this department table. So can you just execute this command only? Select that. If you see here, do we have any null check? You just said that these tables cannot have null values. There is no primary key on this table.
But I've given a primary key later into the same thing. That I mean, this was initially I didn't give the primary key, but later I gave.
So now do a select star from. If you have given this primary key, then it should have been displayed in this describe command. So I think it didn't get executed.
What if I added the primary key later? I mean, I have added these values then the primary key added later, and I've run the entire
Did
code.
you execute the table? I think that if there is already a table called department Madhu, so it will not recreate the table with the same name. So that this create table query might have failed there. Can you rerun the same things now? We'll see the logs. Then you'll understand.
The total this thing?
Yeah. That's fine. We'll fix this.
Till here?
Yeah. Or maybe 1, 2 record should also be fine. You didn't select the third one fully. You selected, after that you didn't select the closing bracket and the semicolon. Now execute it. Now expand this action output. You just pull it up.
Where is it?
Now you just pull it up. If you see here in this, there is a red icon which says that table department already exists, right?
Yeah.
Error. So that means the table is not will not get created if it already exists. So if you want to make any changes to the table metadata, meaning if you want to add a new column or add a primary key or a foreign key, the only way is to do it through the alter command. Now it didn't get affected. That's why you were able to insert duplicate data into this particular table.
So whenever I run these lines, if I mistakenly run these lines again and again, the values will be duplicated, right?
Correct. So now you need to add that constraint. We call it as constraint. The unique key constraint or the foreign key, the primary key constraint need to be added to that particular table. So
but this is also with the employee ID, but whereas the primary key previously I've defined right here.
That you might have created at the time of creation itself, the table creation itself, right?
Let's run this. If you I have a conflict here.
Okay.
So here, oh, okay.
The primary key is, if I understand correctly, you might have defined this employee ID as an auto increment value.
Correct.
Or are you inserting them?
No, auto incremental value I've done it, but
you are also passing the values.
Passing the value, if I don't pass on the value is not the row is not affected. I mean the last row, right? This row, I've tried to execute without passing on this value, right? This row was not added without passing.
It's not getting added. Yeah, remove that. We'll see why it's not getting added.
Shall I only run this?
Yeah. Or just select that row and insert the row. I know what the issue is, but I'll let you. I'm just help you to understand it by looking at the logs. Okay.
Okay.
Run the command. What is it saying? You have a SQL syntax error. Check the manual corresponding values. So meaning, for employee name, do you have an input? Yes, Makuta. For employee phone, do you have a value? Yes, 6789. For employee ID, do you have any value there?
I didn't have that.
So you remove that column from the insert in the column name from that list.
Okay, I need to remove here.
Correct. Now execute this. Because you are saying that I am trying to insert values into 4 columns, but actually there are only 3 values. That's why it is not able to figure out what that 4th value is, and it is not able to insert.
Now it is affected.
Correct. So now do the select.
Yeah, the value
7, 8, 9. If you
added 9.
Yeah, so that is auto incremented actually.
But this Makuta has 2 values, right?
But the constraint is only on the employee ID. The unique key constraint or the primary key constraint is not on the name, right? So that's why it is allowing duplicate values.
So again, for these also, for suppose Raj 2 same, and again employee is different, right? Mathu 1, okay. Raj again 6 years.
So you want the name also to be unique?
No, why this duplicacy has been generated? I didn't get that again.
No, actually, can you scroll up? Oh, you was asking me why Raj has 1 and 2. Raj is 0 you have given.
Yeah.
Where is 1? Then scroll up a bit. There is no Raj anywhere else other than this place?
No, not here at least.
Expand, go to the top and see. Maybe definitely it will not. You don't know what that 0 is, 1 is, right? I'm surprised to see that you don't have 0 also in that employee ID.
No. I've not given this.
Okay. Then how come?
Even if it is I run this, should be adding here. Let's see.
It is an integer value. Integer values will start from 0. That's why it's not inserting. Maybe if you look at that action output, it must be giving an error. Oh, I understood what is happening. So that 0 is an integer value, not non-integer value, right? So, so 0 is not an integer. Integer starts from 1. So
by default it took as 1, huh?
No. It is auto incrementing the value and assigning it to 10.
So the Krish has to be 1. No, Krish has not. The Krish row is not.
What is the last value when we executed this? What was the last employee ID we saw? 9. Now we inserted only one record, Raj. So the 10, it inserted the employee ID as 10 because 0 is an invalid value for that column.
Okay.
You got it right?
The Skrish value we gave it as 1, right? That is not also added here because it's
Mm,
conflicting, right?
now execute that krish command only once. We'll see. See, it is duplicate entry 1 for primary key. It is clearly saying it. Insertion failed. Actually,
Insertion failed. Huh?
yeah.
So if I give another value, it might be adding it here.
If you insert it as 0, then it will. I think it will insert the 11th record and will have krish in it.
Okay, 10 rows united. No, the Krish was not recorded here.
Mm,
Let's see again.
krish.
So let's rerun it. Let's see.
Mm.
One row affected, right?
1 row affected. Yeah. Select star from
10 rows only return.
only 10 records. So it is not inserting the that record. I'll check on this and I'll let you know, Madhu, tomorrow.
Maybe if you add different value, then if not 0, then we can add something different then.
Like
Suppose 11
100.
again.
Yeah,
Let's
then
see.
it should definitely get inserted. 11 is already there.
Hmm?
It is saying duplicate entry for 11. You
Oh,
execute the select star from world.employee details.
10 rows
You
only
scroll
return.
down, scroll only 10 is being displayed. I think the table
Maybe
must.
this cells are displaying only, I mean, the
Yeah.
rows are only
So
displaying 10. Huh?
we'll see, to know how many records are there in that particular table, we can
Mm-hmm.
use a command called as select count of star. Count, select
Select.
count, put a the braces, uh, braces and star in it. Space from world.employee details. So this will give you the count of records that are present in that particular table count. So now execute this, it will give you the exact count.
Oh my goodness. What the hell is I've increased my font size. Yeah.
No problem, take your time. It happens.
Okay, yeah. Well, the rows
Well,
are
so
here.
10 are getting displayed, so that's why
Hmm.
we were not able to see. So by going by our previous logic also, so
Then
it was
the
only
row is already created, right?
row is getting created, correct?
Yeah, sure. And again, what if you don't define primary key while designing the schema itself? So
Hmm.
whenever we rerun every data every value we adding here, so that will be
Hmm.
duplicated, right?
Correct, correct. If you don't have any primary key, then obviously the table is bound to have duplicate records.
Yeah, sure.
So it depends on what you call it as duplicate, Madhu. So it necessarily doesn't mean that we have a duplicate row. Doesn't necessarily mean a duplicate data. I'll
Correct.
tell you, take an example. For example, if I am buying, let's say I am buying the same product 2 times from uh, Amazon. In the Amazon data table, the product ID is same, customer ID is same,
Mm-hmm.
everything is same, right? I bought the same thing again and again, so you will have the same records. So they are all obviously duplicate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it
Except
depends
the
on
quantity.
quantity could also be same. I could be buying only one, let's say one, what is that? 1 kg of sugar every month.
Mm-hmm.
The quantity is same, everything would be same, right? Just that the date of order date could be different. But if for practical reasons, if order date is in a different table, if you look at that particular records, you'll feel that they are duplicate. But in fact, they are not duplicate, right?
Correct.
So that it all depends on how you define your data and what is duplicacy according to you. Okay.
Yeah, understood.
Any other questions? Anybody has any other questions?
I'm stopping my screen. Huh?
Yeah. Now we saw something called as functions, right? Just now, to know the record count, we have seen something like select star from we are having something called as select count of star from world dot employee underscore, what is the table name, employee underscore detail. So this is called as the count of star is called as a function. Why? Because it is taking some input and it is the count is the method name. So we call them as the system defined functions. There are some system defined functions which will perform certain operations. Okay. So we call them as system defined functions. These are the built-in functions that are available in SQL and we can use them. You need not identify or you need not rewrite code to check the record count and all. Okay. Now we'll go back to our previous examples, right? Yesterday we have seen that the inner or the equijoin, wherein if you have two tables, employee table and the department table, and department ID is the foreign key. I want the employee name and the department name, right? Yes or no? So in that case, we said, where is that? Here, right? This is my query. We'll just we'll just brush up on this for a few minutes and then we'll proceed to the next topic, next join. So if you see here, we are getting only the records wherein the department ID information in the employee table and the department ID information present in the department table are matching. Yes or no? Right?
Yes,
But
maybe.
in few scenarios, for example, if I do a select star from employee tables, I have a record. If you look at this select star from table, here I have a record wherein the third record, Venkateswar Rao, he doesn't have any department ID. Right? But if I execute this equijoin or the inner join, am I getting this third record, Venkateswar Rao record?
No,
No. Why?
because it doesn't have any department ID.
So this join is failing. So there are other ways. I mean, if you want to retrieve all the employee information, with irrespective of whether you have data in the department table or not, then we will use something called as left outer join. Left outer join or the left join are same. Okay, they are not different. You must be hearing that few people will say left join, few people will say left outer join. So both are same. That means the tables that are present on the left hand side, irrespective of whether you have a mapping there or not, all the details that are present on the right hand side will be retrieved. What is left hand side? What is right hand side? For example, let's say we consider this as my employee table. Okay. Similarly, you can consider that I have another department table, right? we have some overlap data, meaning for few records we have employee details and few records we don't have the department information, right? If you see here, this overlapped region, we can consider it as this overlapped region, we can consider it as the common thing, meaning where we have the mapping. That we, so if we have that mapping, we can retrieve it using the join, the inner join thing. Right now, I have certain records where I don't have mapping. That means that are not in common. You can see this. Let me see if I can fill this. How will I fill this? Only. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I don't know how to fill this.
No, before alpha A, before A, there is a paint box, right?
Where is it? Before A.
Just beside.
Yeah. So let me take this. Fill it. So now. Now, thanks Madhu for that. No, now I have this. This part doesn't have any common data, but only this part has common data, and this is the department data where I don't have any mapping. You got it right? Now, the ones that are in red color don't have any department info. These records don't have any department information, and the ones that are in this yellow color, they don't have the corresponding mapping in the employment data. So there could be some data like this, right? For departments, I may not be having any employee information. Similarly, for
So
few employees, I
in the
may not.
department table, you are saying that employee details are not there.
No. I'm saying for few department IDs, there are no corresponding mapping in the employee table.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say I have 10 departments and 100 employees, but of the 100 employees, only 8 departments are being mapped. 2 are left alone, meaning I don't have any employees who are working for those 2 departments. Right?
Okay.
It is a possibility. Right? Yes or no? Do you guys understand this or not? So now, based on what data I want to retrieve, if I want to retrieve the nulls, that is the on the right hand, left hand side, I will call it as left outer join. If I want to get the department table, irrespective of whether I have a mapping in the employee table or not, I will call it as right outer join. Similarly, if I want to retrieve only records which have the mapping, that I call it as the equi-join or the inner join. Is this clear?
Yes.
I think, what is his name? The guy who took our PLSQL, the Python course also shared the same diagrams, right? So if you look at those diagrams also, you'll be able to relate this, so that you need to, the core point here is, why are we calling it as left join? Why are we calling it as right join? So if you put this employee table on the left hand side and department table on the right hand side, now you should be able to say, if I want to retrieve here, let's say I have employee table. This is my employee table. This is my employee table. I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not, but
you can put it up. Above the circle.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing. This.
Or you can change the color, black.
No, let me write it
black
here.
or white color it will be.
No, I'll better write it here as Madhu suggested.
Okay.
Yeah. Font is, let's say, purple. This is my employee table, and here I have the On the yellow color one is my department table. Right? If I want to fetch all the records of the employee table, then I will call it as left outer join. If I want to retrieve all the department tables irrespective of department values, irrespective of whether I have a mapping or not, I call it as right outer join, because the table I want to consider the null values of the table that is on my right hand side. Understood?
Please repeat this again.
Yeah. So let's say, why first of all, why did I say I have common part? Because there are for some records I have the mapping, right? Agreed till that point.
Yes.
For few employees, I don't have any department.
The employees and department table values are already mapped. That is called common area.
Common part, that is in blue color.
Yeah.
But few employees, I don't have any department mapping. For example, I have shown my name Venkateswara Rao as the third record, where department ID is null. You don't have any mapping there. Similarly, on the right hand side, there are few departments for which I don't have any mapping on the employee table. That is marked in the yellow color.
Okay.
Right? Now I want to retrieve all the employee information, irrespective of whether they have a mapping or not. I want to retrieve all the employee information with the department name.
Okay. So that is left join.
Left join, because I want to consider the table on the left hand side. If I want to retrieve all the department names, irrespective of whether I have a mapping to the employee table or not, I will call it as right join.
Yeah. Understood.
Is that clear now for everyone? It's not just for Madhu. If anybody has any questions, you can stop me and ask me that. Because I want you to be clear, because when you visualize, you should see this diagram and say whether you need to write the left join or the right join. Okay? Now we will go and write this query. Select employee underscore name, comma, department underscore name from world dot employee details as EMP, left join on what table? On world dot department table, right? On world dot department as department, where left join on is not required, I believe. Left join where employee dot department underscore ID is equal to department dot department underscore ID. What is it saying? Where is not valid?
No, should we join on the world or department side or employee table?
Sorry. It's not there.
After left join, should we write world dot department or employee dot world dot employee details?
Oh, okay, I got your question. So we in our diagram we have left side as employee, right? So it should be department, right? As DEPT and world dot employee details. What is the table name?
Employee details.
Details as EMP. And on what table I want to join? On the department ID. So we'll see this output. So what is my left table? On the left hand side, I have the department table. So irrespective of I have a mapping on the right hand side table, that is employee table, I am fetching all the information here. For example, here for operations and IT, I don't have any mapping on the employee table, right?
Yeah.
So there is null there. So irrespective of whether you have a mapping on the employee table or not, I am retrieving all the information from the department table. Is this understood? Yes or no?
So this is fetching the values in from employee table, whether the department name is defined or not.
Correct. So if you go here, I am getting all the records from the department table, including this blue and yellow. Right? All the department names and the ones that are in common.
Agreed. Okay.
Right? That's why you can see Venkat and Venki, where I have two mappings. I got those records, and also for operations and IT, I don't have any mapping in the employee details table, but I am able to retrieve those department names too. Right? Is this clear?
This is left join for the department table.
Department table. For the employee table, it is left join for the employee table because department is on the left hand side. Right?
Yeah.
So it is the left join for the employee table. Is this clear, or do you have any questions? Now I want to retrieve all the employee information which have a department mapping, and also for those employees who don't have any mapping at all. Right? So I'll say select EMP and I'll just copy this from what is on my right hand side?
Department.
The world
Dot department.
right join world dot employee details as EMP on what condition? On EMP dot DEPT underscore ID is equal to DEPT dot DEPT underscore ID. If you see here, now I got all the employee information. For those I have mapping, and also those records for which I don't have any mapping.
Yeah.
You got it?
This is clear.
Is this clear now?
So here we retrieve the data which have department IDs, or whether they have or not from employee.
Correct.
This is also, I mean, on the employee table, it is called as right join.
Right join.
So on the vice versa, if we call it as left join for department table, no.
No, you cannot. I mean, when you fix it, you fix it once, and then if you keep on interchanging, then it will not work that way, right?
Yeah.
Is this clear? So now we have completed equi-join and the equi-join or inner join, left join, right join. There is the third join that is called as self-join. That means we will join the same table. We will join it to the same table. To understand this, right, we need to understand how that table structure would be. For example, let's say, yes, can you see my screen? Let's say I have this employee details table, right? Here I have employee ID.
No, it's not visible anything. I mean, we are not seeing anything.
I can see. I mean,
you can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Sorry, I was zooming it.
You have employee ID. We want to store the reporting manager ID also, right? We want to store, if you guys remember, on the second class, we want to store the reporting structure also. So instead of maintaining another table, I'll store the reporting manager ID also here. Okay, so what value will I have in the reporting manager ID? Same as the employee ID, right? For example, if Madhu is my manager and my record will have my, let's say my employee ID is 5 and let's say Madhu's employee ID is 1. In my reporting manager ID, Madhu's employee ID, that is 1 would be stored, whereas in my employee ID, 5 would be stored, right? So we'll see that in play. First, let me alter this table. Alter table employee underscore world dot employee details. Add column. What is that column name? Reporting
manager.
Reporting underscore mngr underscore id. It is an int, let's say. Alter table is successful. That means how do I check whether this table got this column got added or not? I'll use describe world dot employee underscore details. Right. So did I get this column? Reporting underscore manager ID.
Yes.
Right. But now the problem is that I don't have any data in it. So for our ease of understanding, I'll insert, let's say, for the third record, I'll insert for the first record manager ID as reporting manager ID as 3, where employee. So now I want to update this table, guys. So I want you to tell me this update statement where I want to update the reporting manager ID to 3, where employee ID is 1.
Update.
So I want to update. Okay, let me put it in plain English. I want to update the Venkat employee name reporting manager as Venkateswara Rao.
Okay.
How will I do it?
So update world dot employee details table. Update world dot employee details.
Update. Okay. Update world dot employee details. Can anybody else volunteer other than Madhu? Anyone? Okay, Madhu, go ahead.
So reporting manager ID equals to.
We need to add set.
Set.
Not add set. Set reporting underscore manager underscore ID is equal to
3. Where? So there is nothing called where right here.
3.
Where?
Correct.
Where? What?
Where employee ID is equal to 1.
1, exactly.
Can I say employee name is equal to Venkat there?
If you have multiple names of Venkat, then it will be
correct. It will create a problem. That's why we'll play on only the what is it? We'll play only on the primary keys. So let me execute this. So update is successful. How will I check whether that is successful or not? I'll say select star from that table. So now I have 3. Now I want to generate for 2. I want to do the same thing. I will want to set the employee ID is equal to 1 for reporting manager as 1 for Venki. So I'll say employee ID is equal to 2. Alright? Yeah? Is this clear? Now we'll see this. Now I have reporting structure as Venkat has manager. Venkat's manager is, for our understanding, we'll write it in a notepad. Okay. Who is the reporting manager for Venkat?
Venkateshwar Rao.
And what is the second username? Venki. Second user Venki is, who is the reporting manager for Venki? It is
Venkat.
Venkat. Right? And who is the reporting manager for Venkateshwar Rao?
None.
None. We don't have any report. So I want to generate a report like this. So is there any third table that I need to map or join? No, right? Because I have the reporting manager in this table, and also on the manage also the what we call also the employee information is also on the in the same table, right? So I need to join the employee details table 2 times. So that is called as self join. We'll write the query and then we'll discuss on that for few minutes. Select employee underscore name as name, comma. The second column is also employee underscore name only as reporting manager, right? As reporting underscore manager. From which table? From world.employee details. Yes or no? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, yes.
From world.employee details, then what join is it?
It is inner join.
What join it? Inner join. So inner join on what table?
Employee details table.
World.employee details only. So to know what is it, this I say table 1, comma, and also this one as table 2, right? Then I need to write this join condition on what condition is I am saying table 1 dot reporting manager, sorry, table 1 dot employee ID is equal to table 2 dot reporting manager ID. What is table 2? Why am I not getting reporting manager ID?
Actually, manager, it is MNGER, I guess. You have written complete spelling at line number 95.
That is the alias.
Okay. Okay.
So that should be fine. I think this is fine. So now we'll see what is happening. Column employee name. Okay. So here I am calling this as employee name and employee name. So employee name is present in this table 1 and table 2. So which table am I referring to? It is not able to identify. That's why I'll say table 1 dot employee name, comma, table 2 dot employee name. Do you see that? Venkateshwar Rao. Okay, so the column names are different, so to be on this side. So Venkat's, who is Venkat's reporting manager? Venkateshwar Rao. Who is Venki's reporting manager? Venkat. Did we Venkateshwar Rao? We didn't get it, right?
Yeah, because it's null.
This question, why did Venkateshwar Rao? Because for Venkateshwar Rao, the do I have the reporting manager ID?
No.
No, that's why we didn't get it. If I want to get that, then I need to write it as, I think, left join. If you write left join, you got it, right? Left.
No. It's right join, I guess.
It's right join. Right join. If I write the right join, you can see it, right? So we can write the joins on the same table also. So the intent is here is to understand the what is self join, right? We call it as we also call it as the self join or inner join. Self join means you will join the same table to the same table. Here we are mapping employee table to employee table only. If you go back to this Venn diagram, what is this? What is this red color table? Employee details only. What is this yellow color table?
Department.
Employee details only. But we are trying to get the blue part, that is the employee details table, which has the employee ID same as the reporting ID. Right? Did you guys get this?
No. Can you please explain again?
Earlier we had employee details table and department table separately. Right? That's why we call yellow color table. Yellow color thing is the department table and red color thing is the employee table. Now my yellow color one is also employee table and this red color one also employee table only. What data I am trying to fetch? This blue part where this employee is same as the reporting manager of the department or the yellow color table. The common things, right? Maybe I need to repeat? Let's say you have the same, we are mapping the same table. There are no two tables here. We have employee table only, but we are mapping it to the employee table again. That's why we are calling it as self join or the inner join. Meaning we are joining the same table two times. On what condition? The employee ID is same as the reporting manager ID. Guys, did you get it or not?
So that's me.
I don't mind.
Oh, that means in a single table only we are retrieving the data between two columns.
Correct. That's what we have written here, right? If you go to the SQL workbench and see this, what is the first table? Employee details. What is the second table?
Department.
No, it's not department. It's employee details only.
Okay.
The first
Okay.
and the second tables are same. So unlike earlier time, we don't have a second table. Here we have the same table, but we are considering the same table as a different table and we are joining it.
Okay.
That's why the name is, there is no second table as such. It is the employee table only. The first one is also employee table. The second one is also employee table. We are joining that. We are considering it as two different tables and joining it. But in reality, it is only one table. That is the employee details. That's why we call it as self join also. Meaning you are joining the same table. That's why the name self join. But the more technical name is the inner join. And this is the common example, whenever you talk of any inner join, we'll say the employee ID in the table and reporting manager in the same table. How will I get the name and the employee details and the reporting manager name? Okay, is this clear? Yes, no. Okay, so now we have. Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something. Hello? Yes, can you hear me?
Continue, Venki.
I heard I thought somebody was saying something. So, yeah. So now, till now, we have considered. So we have, what are the topics that we have covered till now? How many types of joins? We have
Three.
covered inner join,
Right
left join,
left join, right join.
right join, and then equi join or the, what is the third one? Fourth one.
Equi join or inner join. The fourth one is self join.
Correct. Equi join or inner join. Fourth one is the self join. Right? These are the 4 types of joins that we have discussed till now. Do you guys have any questions?
So for self join, don't we get the data by having only, retrieving only reporting manager and the employee name? It is also we can select the independent rows, right, in the same table.
Meaning you want to retrieve the phone number and all those things, right?
No. Why we need this self join?
As I said here, so I let's say in my table I have employee ID and also the reporting manager ID, right? So what is the value I am going to store in the reporting manager ID? What values I will be having it in the reporting manager ID? Employee ID, right? Because reporting manager ID your reporting manager is also an employee, so he will also have his employee ID. So in your reporting manager ID, you will store the employee ID only.
So we are storing employee IDs, but we don't know the names. That's what we use self join to
Names,
retrieve
correct.
names. Got this.
Correct.
Yeah, got that.
Got it, right? So these are the 4 types of joins we
You,
have.
Venki, 2 minutes. Can you please cover full join, full outer join as well?
Yeah.
Left join, right join, full outer join.
So full outer join is something like, let's say here we'll go back to the diagram and we'll discuss. Okay. In this table, what is that I have in the, if I am getting only the employee details, it is the left join, right?
Yes.
If I am getting only the yellow color one and the blue color one, it is called the right join.
Right join.
If I am getting this blue point, this is called as
Inner join.
equi join or the inner join, right? But I want to retrieve all these, both the colors, all these 3 values. Meaning I want to get the employee information, so I want to retrieve all the department names irrespective of whether I have a mapping there or not, and also the departments irrespective of whether it has a mapping in the employee table or not. Let me rephrase that. Let's say I want to retrieve all the employee information, irrespective of whether they have a mapping in the department table or not. Because we saw that the third record, Venkateswar Rao, doesn't have any map, any department ID. I want to retrieve that record also. Similarly, I want to retrieve department I think it is finance, for which HR, I don't have any mapping in my employee table, right? So I want to retrieve all those details. In that case, I will use the full outer join.
That means no common, without common part, you want to give full details of both tables.
Both tables. Not without, it is with common records also. It's just like union of employee and the department tables.
So we'll get the entire details, entire data in one
department
table.
details. I'll get the complete department tables, values, and also the employee details. If they are mapped, I'll get the department name.
Okay, where there is no map, so we will get null values. Am I correct?
Correct.
Got it.
So it is same as this table only. It is just that as you might have observed that I'll just copy this. Where is this right outer join? That right join is there, right? So in this same thing, it is just that we'll in place of right join we'll say full outer join.
Full join.
Full is not valid at this position, right?
You tell
What else could be full outer join only? Just a second, let me just try. I'm just trying to okay. Execute. Let me execute and see this. You have an error. It is saying the syntax is not correct. Let me quickly check. Full outer join MySQL. Just a second, guys. Let me see the syntax. I forgot this syntax. You don't have full joins in MySQL, so it is supported only in Oracle and other databases. I think in MySQL doesn't support full join. We need to use union and union all. So we'll see that later. But full join, for now you can consider that full joins are not supported in MySQL. That's what this states, right?
Yes, thank you.
So you guys understand what do I mean by full join? So when I say full join, I want to retrieve the department and the information. For example, we'll again write this Venkat HR, Venki Finance, Venkateswara null, and null accounts, null. Let's say what is the other department that we have? ID. I want to retrieve. So whenever I use full outer join, I'll get the data in this way. If you look at this, right, I am getting that all the employee details for which I have mapping and I don't have mapping. Right. Similarly, I am getting all the department names for which I don't have an entry in the department table also. Right?
Yeah.
You understand how that output looks like when you use outer join? Unfortunately, MySQL doesn't support outer joins, full outer joins. But you have a way for that, but we'll see that next. Okay? Yes, no?
Yes, thank you. That's good.
If Can I repeat? Should I repeat what that full outer join means in Oracle and other databases?
No, that means simple that the both tables data will be shown without any common
Am I
values or
audible?
null values. Yeah.
Hello?
Pinky, am I audible?
Guys, can you hear me? I can't hear anyone.
Yeah.
Pinky, am I audible?
You are audible, but Venki has some issues, I guess.
Sorry. Just a second, let me check. What is the volume problem or what?
నేనే తీసుకున్నా.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So should I repeat what I said by full outer join?
No, we are
Or do you
good.
guys understand? You're good, right? So any other questions apart from this? Tomorrow we'll complete functions, procedures, and also triggers, and maybe views also. These four concepts we'll cover tomorrow, and that we should be good.
So from Monday onwards, Sri Krishna will take over the statistics part.
Statistics part, yes.
Yeah, good.
But 3-4 topics in one day can be finished, huh? Venki?
Yeah, one function, one procedure, one view, one trigger, and you should be done.
Okay, if it is done, okay.
Tomorrow
If not,
being a
we'll
Sunday, I
extend
think
one
people
more day.
can. Yeah, sorry.
If it is not done, we'll extend one more day on the sequel.
Correct. Yeah. Yes.
Guys, Monday I may not be, if possible, I'll be attending. I'll try to be there in the call.
Okay.
Sri Krishna can do the recording part, please.
Yeah, this week I will do, but next week, yeah, you people need to take care, okay?
Yeah, we'll take care of that. One of us can take care of that. Don't worry.
Okay then, see you all, bye bye.
Yeah,
See you guys.
thanks, Venki. Bye bye.
Does anybody else have any questions? If not, we can close the call. Thank you.
Thank you.